Almost universally, women face serious gaps in their access to resources and opportunities. These gaps are manifest in land. Women have smaller land holdings. In seeds, they're much less likely to use modern seed varieties. They're less likely to use fertilizers. They have fewer livestock. It goes on and on. They have less education, everything they need to be good farmers. We find that women achieve only 20 to 30% less yields than men. But this is not because women are lazy. It's because women don't have the same access to assets and inputs as men. So they're just as good as farmers. They're just as efficient, but they don't have the same inputs. If they used the same kinds of seeds and fertilizers that men use, they would achieve the same yields. We have found that if we could close the gender gap, if we could just raise the yields on women's farms to the same level as men, that we could increase production on their farms by 20 to 30%. This translates into gains at the national level of 2.5 to 4%. Now that may sound like a small number, but when you translate that into numbers of undernourished people, you can have a very important impact. You could reduce the number of undernourished people in the world by 100 to 150 million people just by raising women's yields to equal men's. First, we must ensure legal equality for women. In many parts of the world, women still don't have the right to own or inherit land. They can't own a bank account of their own. They can't sign a contract. So this means they really cannot be effective as farmers. A second step is to build the human capital of women and girls. By this, I mean education. General education, but also agricultural education, agricultural extension services and information, so that women have the knowledge and the information they need to be good farmers. A third area where we need major investments is in the provision of public services and technologies that can save women time. Policymakers, FAO, development agencies, everyone needs to understand that agricultural policy is gender policy. Because women are everywhere in the sector, virtually any intervention in agriculture is going to have gender impacts. So agriculture is gender, and gender is agriculture.